Hi there, welcome to Modern Firm Practices Show. For this week, I'm going to talk to you about referrals because I think referrals is one of the quickest and easiest source of new clients and new work in your firm. And it's an under-examined opportunity that you already have in your existing clients and your existing networks. So a lot of firms say we grow by referrals. That would be the most common thing I ever hear. But they don't have a systemized, formalized, consistent, repeatable referral program in place. What they're really saying is that we happen to get a few referrals, reactive referrals, just by some clients that at some point may refer someone. And if that's you and you're saying, well, we grow and we attract new clients through referrals, the question we need to ask is, can it be better optimized? And are you receiving the type of clients you want and enough of the clients you want to meet your goals and objectives? So this is part of a much larger, valuable training that I'm putting together called Ultimate Referrals. And I want to cover 3 parts today that are going to be able to help you right now. And make sure you listen to the end because I'm going to share where you can go and get a bit of a framework on exactly what to ask a client and how to stage it. How to ask them in a meeting, how to ask them on the phone, or how to ask them in an email for referrals. You could literally take this and go and copy and paste and go and do it today. In fact, not you could do it. I actually want you to go and do it because referrals are going to be the quickest and cheapest and easiest source of new work for a number of reasons. The first reason is you've got other people essentially being your salespeople. Think about it. If you've got a raving fan or a client that loves you or a client you just got a great result from, they're going to go talk to their friends and their family and their peers and their associations and their networks and talk highly of you. They're essentially going to sell you and how good you are and the outcome that you got for them and maybe the outcome you've got for them over many, many years. And you can build an army of salespeople here, of which few of them want not a lot in return, especially if we're going to compare what we might give someone that sends you a referral as compared to paying a full wage plus commission salesperson. So it is a no-brainer to put it in place. They're easy to put in place. They don't cost anything to put in place. And the worst case is you get no referrals, which, if you follow my system, isn't going to happen. The best case scenario is you get a truckload of ideal referrals, and if anything, it might cost you some thank you notes, some bottles of wine, maybe a kickback fee, depending on what you arrange with your clients. It is a strategy that you should have in place, even if you're doing more fancy things. You might be doing events and you might have digital funnels and been doing digital advertising with remarketing and all this other fancy stuff. And that's cool. But this is the cream on top that is just a no-brainer, and it is going to be the easiest and the best out of all of the strategies. So I say definitely drive referrals, but do it right. And maybe I can share a few ways today where you could do it a little bit better that will result in some more referrals and some better quality referrals for you. So let's start. First step is ask. You need to ask for the referral. Whoops. I know it sounds simple, but if you don't ask for the referral, you're not going to get as many as you would probably like. Now, it shouldn't be a surprise that you don't get as many as you like because you're not asking. I want you to be asking every client every quarter if you really want to make a go of this, at a minimum every year. But I know a few of you out there are really going to have a crack at this. So every quarter, I want you to be asking clients for referrals. 1 to 2 people that they can introduce you to that would like to get results and like to have a relationship like you have with your client. You can say to your clients that, look, we're looking to grow and attract new clients. And there's a couple of ways we can go about doing that. We can spend a whole lot of money and a whole lot of effort and work with a whole lot of marketing agencies. But what we would prefer to do is go to our existing clients and see if we could help some of their friends and family and colleagues, which is why I have come to you. That's a very nice way to phrase it. So start asking and don't be bashful. Okay, I see that quite a bit. That's the reason you're not asking, is you're purely being bashful. But think about this. Think about the position of the trusted advisor. Okay, you're generally the go-to person for a lot of your clients. Even if your only service is compliance, you will still have clients that come to you for everything. Do you know a marketer? Do you know a finance broker? Do you know a financial planner? Do you know a lawyer? Where do I get insurance for this? How do I do this? Most people tend to have their accountant as their go-to person. And it's simply a case of, if you think to yourself, ask yourself, don't think to yourself, ask yourself, do you do a good job for your clients? Do your clients get value from it? Do you maybe look at other accountants and the work that they do and how they work with their clients, and you think, we maybe provide a better experience, we get better results, we do things better by the law, we do it better quality? Generally, you're probably going to think, yeah, well, the answer to that is yes. Well, then you owe it to your clients to not only help them, but to help anyone within their circles of influence. Because this is not selling. This is under another concept that I call stop selling, start helping. And so why not start with people within your network? And that starts with asking your clients for referrals. Now, the question is, how do we go about doing it? I call it the setup. So there's two ways you can go about doing it, and I want you to do both of them. Okay? The first way is easy. Just ask your clients the next time you interact with them, hey, a couple of parts to this. Hey, John, hey, Mary, we really enjoy working with you. I really enjoyed the project that we just finished with you. I've enjoyed working with you for the last 10 years. We're looking to grow the business and attract some new clients. We want to work with more people like you, and I'm sure, and I know birds of a feather flock together. So I'm sure you've probably got some friends or family or colleagues that are like you, that are in business, and we would love to be introduced to them. If you think they would like to get a result like what you're getting and have a relationship like this and work with someone like me, I'd love for you to introduce me to them. Do you know one or two business owners like you that you could introduce me to? Now, you could say it face-to-face like that, or you could say it on email. That's just going out and directly asking them. One distinction there, though, is ask them after you've done something great. They might have got a big tax refund. You might have finished a project and they got a great result. They might have sold an asset or bought an asset or got some advice from you, or you've helped them do something and they've got a great result. Okay, you want to ask them at that point in time. Don't ask them just on a whim, just out of nowhere, because you'll catch them off guard. And don't ask them if something's gone pear-shaped or didn't meet their expectations, okay? Because this is going to make things worse. So do it on a high. And so the second way to look to do it is at the start of a project. So at the start of a project, and you can do this so that example I just gave you there, that's just for a run-of-the-mill things going. You could go and do them right now. The second part, you could also start now, but it has a bit of a delayed effect. So I'll tell you how that one goes. At the start of a project with someone, okay, you might say to them, look, what I'm going to do at the end of this project, if we meet all these goals and objectives and get you these results that you want, okay, I'm going to ask you for 1 or 2 referrals for people just like you. We're looking to grow. We want to work with people just like you. I reckon you probably know people just like you. So at the end of the project, if it's all right with you, and only if we meet all these results and we knock it out of the park, only then I'm going to ask you to introduce me to 1 or 2 people. Does that sound fair? Is that okay? Now, in this example, you're not asking them from the referral right now. It's called the setup. You're just setting it up. Okay. Now, what happens at the end of the project is you knock it out of the park. They get the great result. Remember, I said ask at that point in time. And then you can remind them. You can say, hey, John, hey, Mary, do you remember at the start, I spoke about at the end, if we knock it out of the park, I'm going to ask you for a couple of referrals. Well, first I need to check in. Do you think we met all those objectives that we wanted to meet? And if you have, then they're going to say yes. And you go, cool. And then you can ask for the referral. Do you know one or two people you could introduce me to? Can you send an email and CC me in? Can you connect me with them on LinkedIn and copy me in? And the third example there would be, if you can't get them over the line, say, can you give me their numbers or email? And is it okay if I drop your name? Okay, because that takes it from almost like a cold call, who are you, to, oh, so-and-so asked you to call me. Okay, and now you're 10 steps ahead. So that's the setup. So start asking for new projects, especially when you're going to get a great result. Ask them at the start, hey, if we knock this out of the park, can I ask you to introduce me to some people? But also along the way, you're not going to always be able to do it like that. So still just ask. Follow the example I gave. If you want to, rewind this and go back and listen to how I said or what I said it, or even how I said and put it in your own language or the way you would say it. You might use words that I don't use and so on. The third part here, which is key. That says ideal clients. So you want to be having ideal clients referred to you. So don't ask clients for referrals and they refer you a whole lot of individuals, but what you wanted was a whole lot of business clients. That's your fault, okay? And it's because you didn't ask for that type of client. You just asked for a referral. So the client's gone and made referrals, and the client's going to feel good and feel proud that they're helping and supporting you and that they've given you some referrals. And you then need to go back and re-educate the client and say, look, well, thanks for them, but they weren't what we're looking for. The problem was you hadn't articulated that from the start. So get clear on what are the clients that you want. So if you've got 30 doctors, or you've got 30 architects or 30 plumbers, and you want more architects or plumbers, go to them and say, hey, we want more people like you in your industry. We want more plumbers that have got a team of 5 turning over $700,000 a year and upwards. They're the type of businesses that we're looking for. Do you know any peers or friends or colleagues or anyone in your associations or networks that would probably be in around about that sort of criteria? So get specific. If you want financial planning clients, then ask for that. Okay, you might do financial planning and you also might have tax. Okay, and if you want clients that are going to do both, I would probably suggest you ask for the financial planning client, because it will be easier then to position and upsell into bringing their tax work over than doing it the other way around. So just think about the ideal client and that client journey. Client comes to us, clients refer to us for financial planning. They love working with us. They love everything about us. They love the results they're getting from us. We then ask them to bring their tax over. We can do it all in-house, and they're going to go, yep, that sounds like a great idea. So get clear on the ideal client and make sure you ask for the ideal client. And if someone is referring you clients but they're not ideal, I want you to pick up the phone and chat to them. I want you to really thank them and say, look, I know you've gone out of your way. You've sent us 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 clients. That's fantastic. In fact, you've probably referred to us the most clients, in the last 3 months than anyone. But I think I've done something wrong here. I wasn't super clear on the type of referrals that we're looking for. So what I've done is I've referred those individuals to the equivalent of me that looks after those type of people. I know them, I like them, I trust them, they're going to get really well looked after. But just maybe let me loop back, and again, I apologize, who I'm actually looking for is this particular type of person. So if you get people you don't want and the client needs, I call it re-educating, then do that, okay? Don't just get passive aggressive or pissed off or whatever. Just pick up and say, hey, look, you're referring me people, it's great, thank you, but this is what we're looking for. And if they don't know anyone like that, that's cool. They don't have to go and search them out. I mean, if they're in their network, it's a quick win. So I said at the start, this is going to be part of a much larger training. I'm going to put something together for you. I'll have a link below the video or around the video somewhere. I might also set up a special link for it. I'll get someone on the team to set this up at modernfirmpractices.com/referrals. Okay, that was modernfirmpractices.com/referrals. I'm going to give you a little bit more that you can go and access. It will supplement what we've spoken about today. And you know what? If you go and grab that and put in your email, once I make available the ultimate referrals training, of which this is about 1%, I'm going to show you how to connect and build relationships and consistent referrals with a massive range of associations and peer groups and non-competing partners. I'm going to show you even how to set up referrals with your competition, how to get multiple referrals, how you can then refer on revenue share, how to open up cross-marketing opportunities, and this is going to be in the language that accountants can understand. It's going to be simple, it's going to be copy and paste, and it's going to open ideas to you that are right in front of you right now. That reminds me of an amazing book, one of my favorite books by Jay Abraham, called Giving Everything You Can from All That You've Got. This is what Ultimate Referrals is going to do for you. You've already got so much at your fingertips to open up new opportunities to bring in ideal clients without spinning your tires and spending a truckload of cash for it to happen without the result that you want. So, modernfirmpractices.com/referrals. There'll be some more info around this video. I hope that has been insightful. You can go, and if you're talking to clients today, I want you to ask. Okay, perhaps ask them first, hey, have you enjoyed working with us? Did you enjoy the result that you got? Do you know one or two people you could introduce me to? Don't be bashful, just ask for it. It's just basic business development. And if you want new clients, that's the result that you want, ask for it. The setup. I shared a few sort of ways you can phrase it. If you can ask someone flat out, or if you're starting some projects this week, do the setup. Say to them, hey, at the end, when we do really well, can I ask you to connect me to a few people? What's a client going to say? No, if you get me this awesome result, I'm going to not refer you to anyone because I hate you. No way. There is only one way this is going to go, and it's positive for everyone. And the third one here, which is for you, is get clear on who it is. Who is the ideal client that you want? And then ask for it. And if you're getting the wrong referrals, just go back and pick up the phone and re-educate someone on it. So that was this week's topic on referrals, how to start, where to go to get some more info, and how to access the upcoming Ultimate Referrals training. If you're not part of our Modern Firm Practices membership, which is launching on the 1st of October, you can jump on the wait list, which gives you a heap of perks. It's no obligation, so you might as well jump on that. modernfirmpractices.com. You can register your interest now for that soon to be opened, of which the Ultimate Referrals training will be trained and put into that membership for every member for free. So definitely worth checking that out. That's Modern Firm Practices show for this week. I'm Brad Turville. You go and ask for a truckload of referrals this week.